Let's say you want to extract a logging module into its own package. You know it's doable, but you also know there are a lot of moving parts, and you don't yet know the right order. Most tools ask you to decide the sequence up front. Charn does something simpler. It gives you one box, your goal, and nothing else. Now you try to start, and almost immediately you hit your first realization. You can't extract anything until the module boundary is defined. So you write that down, not as a note, not as a comment, as a prerequisite. Notice what happens. The original goal becomes blocked, and the new step becomes the only thing that's ready. That color change matters. Gray means don't touch this yet. White means this is safe. You didn't choose that ordering. Charn inferred it from the structure. Now you think a bit more. Defining the boundary isn't the only prerequisite. You also need to list all the module's dependencies. So you add another prerequisite, side by side, no ordering implied. Just two things that both must be true. At this point, you have a very small plan, but it's already honest. Now you start working on dependencies, and as soon as you do, more structure appears. To list dependencies, you first need to identify every logging call. And you probably should list any third-party libraries too. So you add those as prerequisites of the prerequisite. Again, nothing fancy, just writing down why you're blocked. The moment you do that, the parent step becomes blocked. Because it should be. You've encoded the thought, I can't finish this yet. Now you work through one of them. You identify all the logging calls. And when you're done, you mark it complete. That step turns green. It's resolved. But notice nothing else changes yet, because one blocker remains. Only when the final prerequisite is resolved does something satisfying happen. The parent step becomes ready again. And because that was the last thing blocking the goal becomes ready too. No manual updates, no status juggling. Readiness just flips when it's actually safe. As plans grow, this matters more and more. You might have dozens of steps, but only a few are ever actionable. Charn keeps those visible, and when parts are done, you can collapse them. Not delete them, just hide the solved branches so your attention stays on the frontier. And plans are allowed to change. If later you realize you need packaging infrastructure before any of this ships, you don't restructure a roadmap. You just add another prerequisite. The graph updates, readiness updates, your mental model stays intact. The layout itself is always automatic. You never position boxes by hand. The structure comes entirely from dependencies. So what is Charn really? It's just a tree of tasks. Each task can have prerequisites. Tasks are either open or resolved, and readiness is computed not declared. White means safe. Gray means blocked. Green means done. Red means failed, but understood. There are no sprints here, no backlogs, no guessing the future. Just a clear answer to a very specific question. What must be true before I can safely do this? If you're planning a refactor, a migration, or any change where order matters, try writing the blockers down. Let the structure do the thinking and see what becomes obvious.